Hey guys, and welcome to a best of 7 between the two champions, Parkmap on the left and Grombrindal on the right. Should be a good fun scrap. I'm very excited to hop into this one, and I am super hyped up. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're all good. Looks like I've got a few people in chat already. What's up, CJ, Mr. Red Wish, Fimo, the mighty god of all ducks himself, Cat Morgan, Charix, Sebastian, the Blackthorn, Scarbrand, Lorenzo, Ice Power. We have all the cool kids already here, and this is going to be quite a good fun fight. So we are doing a best of 7 today between Parkmap and Grombrindal, aka Chad Thoric. It will actually be DBD versus Sons of the Mountain, which is quite good fun. We're playing battle rules. It's a pick and double ban system, basically all the basic stuff. Should be a good fun, nice little stream. So Parkmap is picking and banning first, and it looks like he's straight out of the gate gonna come with the greenskins, banning lizardmen and vampire counts. I think those are two pretty solid bans, and Mr. Thoric is contemplating. He's going dwarfs. We're getting dwarfs straight out. Greenskins versus dwarfs, generally considered a poor matchup for the Dowie, though it has improved significantly since their buffs and the greenskins kind of just fallen back a little bit. They've lost a little bit of a step in their stride, but still a very powerful faction indeed. Quack quack, yes, quack quack indeed. What's up for Poland? How are you doing today? For Poland did play in yesterday's stream, I believe, and did a really good fun run. Was it yesterday's? No, it was the day before, Tuesday's stream. I was doing D&D yesterday evening instead, which was good fun. It was pretty weird, but very good. So, it looks like Mr. Chad Thoric is ready to rumble. Remember, these guys do need to get 4 wins to seal the deal, so I'm expecting a lot of back and forth. Both Parkmap and Grombrindal here are very experienced players in the tournament scene, and I think relatively evenly matched as well. Now, Grombrindal has come out of the gate firing with his main dwarf faction, but you can only play that faction once. Parkmap, very good with all of the elves, to be honest. Particularly his wood elves can be very, very scary, and he's still got them all in his back pocket, coming in with the safe greenskin first pick, which I really do think is a good first pick. You ban your lizardmen because they're really nasty against greenskins, and then, yeah, I suppose vampire counts are probably the next scariest one, and from that point onwards, you can kind of, handle the majority of what else is thrown at you. I actually really have a really cool vampire count game coming to you guys soon on the channel. Yes, yes, the meme army versus Ice Power. That was good fun, man. Ice went on a run last stream. That was some wild stuff for sure. Some very wild stuff. No, J Phoenix, you might be able to catch kind of the first half of the first game, perhaps, between these two champions. But don't worry, the whole thing will get uploaded as a video anyway, so no need to worry about that. Looks like Parkmap is making the final adjustments to his build. Now, in this matchup, air cheese can go quite a long way for the Dowie forces here. A lot of gyrocopters, the steam ones to kind of take out a lot of infantry, brimstone guns to take out Grom and other hard-hitting targets. Likewise, the gyro bomber can be very scary here, particularly the Regiment of Renown version. But the greenskins can manage the air, not amazingly, but if you take a bucket ton of skirmish cavalry, I actually don't hate Azag the Slaughter in this matchup. He's very swift on his wyvern and can certainly anti-skirmish the gyrocopters as long as he doesn't get dragged around the battlefield too much, particularly with the help of Spiraleech and all that good stuff. Send the clone to work for you, bud. I mean, Blackthorn's kind of got a good point. Like, just send a clone. It's absolutely fine. This wasn't part of the deal, Duck. Oh, that was... Man, we need to get Saphir on the channel. That's a nice little callback to a stream we did before. But God, please no Grom. Grom is very nasty here. Greenskins versus vampire counts brings back flashbacks. Oh no. This is a super close map with good vanguard zones indeed. I really do think this map will favour the greenskins quite a bit. We have a nice mixture of maps today. We're coming in with Pillar Bone to start with and then Troll Country, so 2 relatively close quarter maps. But then we open it up a bit. We go Prague, Battle of Itza, River Amaxon, Oakenhammer and Gorgazan, which are some really cool maps throughout. I'll watch this and be like 5 minutes late. Yes, Phoenix, yes. Can we go, Duck? Yes. Damn, and let's rumble. They cannot stop me, the power of Phoenix, she has become too powerful. Azag can easily be sniped, not with good micromanagement, he is deadly swift. so you can often avoid a lot of the gyrocopters and drag them back into your range units while spamming Spirit Leech. It does take a lot of good micro to pull it off, but Parkmap is one of those players who is up there with the micro management. Had some awesome games recently, actually, up against King of the Dead on a live stream in a clan war we did, where Parkmap really inspired me to play Wood Elves again, and since then I can't stop playing Wood Elves. We've brought them so often. I have so many replays of Wood Elves that I'm going to have to send out to other casts, I think, otherwise my channel will be swamped with the pointy-eared elves. What's up, Davina? How are you today? Hope you're all good. We definitely need to get you up here on a best of 7 at some point. I'd like to see the Dowie Elite here. Oh, for sure. Grimgor is the only choice. Grimgor's pretty good fun. Grimgor is good fun. He can go toe-to-toe as well with the Dwarfs relatively well. If you are going to bring Grimgor in a matchup, this is a good one for him, though I do think Grom and Azak the Slaughterer may be slightly better picks. But he certainly, can get the damage done. The Panzer Elite. I don't know, what are you guys normally doing here if you are the Dwarfs? I think going Super Elite certainly can work. I have, however, seen Grombrindal defeat very top-tier taunt players like Void, for example, in this matchup with Dwarfs by going actually wide, lots of guns, and just having good backline protection. There's not many in the game better than Grombrindal. With the Dowie, Eumenes is certainly up there as well. We certainly need to show maybe like a Dwarf mirror match best of 7 between those guys would be quite awesome. But off the top of my head, those two are kind of the dominant Dowie forces at the moment, though I am sure there's a bucket ton of very talented Dowie mains out there that we just don't know about yet. Pretty cool map, Pillar of Bone. Of course, it does get its name because there's a gigantic pillar of bone kind of spurting out like a tooth from the earth there, which is, pretty horrible. Pretty horrible, but it is greenskin territory, so it looks like the Dwarfs have ventured out into the enemy lands, looking to bring wrath and ruin to them. The Gobbo Warboss is good here. Yeah, cheap. The ability to pin in dwarf units can be really effective. Honestly, Greenskins can bring the majority of their lords up against the dwarfs, and they can be considered pretty solid picks. Hopefully the players are loading in okay. We've managed to pop in quite nicely. We do have a little while before the timer runs out, however. But I know on the last stream, the first game, someone crashed out, but then from that point onwards, it was fine. He has the net, and you can net the gyros. Yeah, it's very useful. The net's good. I mean, you've got to be a little careful, of course, because the Gobbo Warboss is very squishy. So if you misplay your nets, gyrocopters and the like really can punish him quite a bit. But again, with good micromanagement, all is possible. So yeah, it's going to be good fun. I'm interested to see who's deploying on which side. I think Parkmap will be here as the Greenskins, which really does suit Grombrindal, because he can take this kind of high right back position in the hills, or stretch the battle really far and wide. Though we may see a lot of Vanguard. This is certainly a map with loads of opportunities to hop in behind the enemy. Nasty Skulkers could be on the card today, I think. Yeah, the -24 attack's really nice, particularly against Dwarfs, who don't naturally have a load of melee attack. They've got a load of melee defense, but they can struggle to drag down the enemy. Just going to check Discord, make sure none of these guys have dropped and sent me a message. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, Parkmap's in the game. We're waiting for Grombrindal, so he may have crashed. Let's send him a little message. Have you crashed? If so, we'll just load in, do the same builds. And go again. And go again. So I'm just replying to a load of stuff in Discord. And I'm back. Load, I want to see the builds. I know. Oh! That either means they've crashed or they've just loaded in. It doesn't say. It's just the timer's gone back up. What is this? What is this madness? What's going on, Total War? We believed in you. You're the chosen one. You're the game to lead us into the future. I think my game breaks as usual when the tournament starts. If it does not load, I will restart. Okay. So I think Grombrindal sometimes has problems loading into his first game, but after that it should be fine. But the timer reset, which normally means they've just hopped in and it loads within a few seconds, but I haven't seen that in here. I haven't seen nothing whatsoever. I know the dwarves can be nice and sneaky. They can hide behind the mountains and in the trees, but I don't know about you guys. I see no dwarfs and no greenskins afoot. Can we actually hear the army if we zoom in? We can! Okay, at least we can imagine the battle with the glorious chants of the greenskins. Can we hear the dwarfs? We cannot. They're not here. This is the problem. Where are the dwarfs? I'm on the map, Grombrindal says. Oh, no. We will restart. Same builds. Cool. Well, I'm going to cross out this because... Oh my god, I can't even quit out the battle. No! I have no idea what's happening. Apparently Grombrindal's on the map. Apparently Parkmap's on the map. But we can't see anything. Both of them are in the waiting screen. So a little bit of a bug there. But let's get that sorted as quick as possible. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure they both loaded into the map, so Zinch is definitely using their, like, sneaking magic. I agree for Poland. Magnus coming with the pineapples to support Parkmap, who, of course, is Italian. So pineapple on pizza is not sought after. Yo. Yeah, it's just completely bugged. No, I can't even quit the game at all. Okay, we're going to have to wait for this timer to run down. Okay, Thoric dropped. That's fine. And then we shall be able to load in. Hopefully, on attempt 2. So, we're not going to go with the builds just yet, because we're obviously going to hop in. Yeah, it looks like Grombrindal did unfortunately drop there. Hold! Hold for Parkmap. Same builds. And we go again. We've had Grombrindal on the channel before, and Parkmap, so... It's obviously just Grombrindal's PC drop in. The internet should be fine. Not Parkmap, God, I'm mistaken. Cat Morgan, thank you so much, dude, coming in with the $5 donation, keeping us going right here at the start of the stream. Thank you so much, almighty god of all ducks. For those who don't know, Cat Morgan has become a god amongst men. And amongst ducks, I should say, in our last stream, which is pretty crazy. Thank you for the support, dude. You're always so generous, man. I really do appreciate it a lot, man. I really do. Rebane Fancy says, there is this new red thingy they added to Discord and it annoys you? Oh no, I don't know what the red thingy is. Might offer more bread for the start of the stream? Yeah, hopefully that's going to kickstart Steam to work as well. Poland said he guessed the Lord. I didn't actually look at the Lord choices, so... I think Grombrindal, I'm already restarting the game, no worries. No worries, champ. So Grombrindal is restarting, and then we can kick this off. Once I think he loads into his first game, he's fine. I seem to remember this happening before, but Grombrindal sometimes struggles loading into the first one. But that's all good. Hi, what's up, man? Tamoon is what I'm going to pronounce your name. Hope you're all good today. We're waiting to get underway with this best of 7. Unfortunately, the players did sort out the builds, but crashed. So we're going to load them back in and go again. Same builds, same armies, same map. And see if it works this time, which, fingers crossed, it should indeed do. Pretty excited to see how this goes. I did spy some of the Dowie units. You don't have it, it's just there to taunt me. Oh no, I don't know what it is. I don't know what this taunt is. Your bet is on the boy Parkmap. Let's do a little poll quickly. Bam bam, I've done one in a couple of streams. Who will win? We have the greenskins, and we have the dwarfs. So let's ask that. Boop. Yeah, we do have greenskins. I know Ice is a greenskin main, but he also has a dislike for the greenskins, it seems. Cool. And he's back. Hey! Return of the king. So, same armies. Boom. Let's see how this goes. What's up, Caradork the Mighty? I nearly cast our game from the other day, by the way. You kind of massacred me, but it was super funny. Me and Caradork did this game where I brought Foot Imric against him. I was like trying to chase around a load of Bretonnian knights and stuff, which was a bit of a laugh. But hope you're doing good today, man. The almighty IKEA duck has emerged. Go Italy. We've got some people screaming for Italy. Parkmap is Italian. I believe he did summon the Total War Italian community around him today to try to grant him strength and power. I bet Grombrindal. If not, I have to take Slayer Oath. Of course, the Sons of the Mountain clanmates coming out strong as well. I think these lads are actually relatively evenly matched, so it should be some good fun. So let's fingers crossed, pray that these guys load in. If they don't this time, we'll just switch the map and see if that was the problem. But hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it won't be. The Spaghetti Mafia is amongst us indeed, CJ, indeed. You call me a greenskin main one more time, I refer to you as the goose for the rest of the time. Okay, apologies. Ice Power is not a greenskin main. He mains Beastmen. They're his like main go-to faction. And he loves his Tomb Kings as well. Yes, nice gameplay. Hopefully we get some gameplay. I'm waiting for these guys to load in. I'm not panicking just yet, but a little bit of fear, because Grombrindal's PC seemed to crash last time. But if not, we will literally just switch maps and go to another, like a Starlian tomb, and see if that helps for him, because it's a relatively similar sized map. Ryan Whitlock, thank you so much, man, for the 20. Says, Dowie versus Urks, best matchup in all fantasy. Wipe out the greenskins, mark out another grudge. Keep up the fun matches, Ducky. Thank you so much, dude, for the support. I really appreciate it. I love... Is that a polar bear? Is that a polar bear in your picture? I love the polar bear regardless, but we will get you the greenskins versus the dwarfs. But for some reason, Grombrindal does not like loading into the game. I'm not sure why. It may well be the map. But we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully his PC kicks into gear and these guys are about to go toe-to-toe in a second. Oh no, I voted for dwarfs on accident. I feel like that was divine intervention there and on. And deep down, you always wanted to be a dwarf secretly. Though we obviously have to whisper it in hushed tones. Quack there, Caradox, says the mighty Black Fawn. I'm sure we'll be rooting for his boy Parkmap. Parkmap Black Fawn often have good games against each other, likewise Captellus. Right. This has appeared in the top left, which should mean they're loaded in. But this happened last time. Quack. We'll have to see what's happened. Polar Bear will be in game 3, so they will be lovely. Oh, I'm so happy. Grombrindal's PC is reliable 200-year-old dwarven invention. You don't want it to explode for all these inventions. Yeah, he seems like he's having a little bit of a tough time loading in. I am definitely going to become a polar bear main in game 3 for sure. It was like, try Grombrindal, try, we believe in you. I mean, he did manage to load into the last one, so... Let me check Discord again. See if he's messaged to say he's crashed. Warhammer sabotages me at every tournament. I'm on the map. We can try different map. I'll pick a Starlian tomb, as it is similar size. Cool. So we're going to switch the map, because I think he's in the lobby, but like it just won't load in fully for him, because Parkmap's in. And the game does not want to play ball, which is super frustrating. I hate Steam sometimes, or Total War, regardless of like whatever's happening here. It's very frustrating, but we will get there eventually, I promise, games. Keep the bread offerings coming, says Cat Morgan indeed. Nom nom nom. They certainly do keep me sustained and alive. I vote only for elves, so let here win the strongest. Oh man. Karok's a very good elvish player as well. I once had a cool game where he brought Imric on horseback against my Dino Boys. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while either, Blackthorn. There was a guy who used to rock up and say the same thing over and over. Which was like Krokgar Ultimate Defender, I think. But he's disappeared. I don't know what's happened. Hopefully he's okay. Yes, more videos to timestamp. Oh man, we need you. So, those who don't know, Duros has been an absolute champ in all of my previous live streams, basically. Like, going back, I'm talking like 20, 30 live streams he's watched now. He's timestamped all of them. So, I'm sure he'll do a fantastic job on this one. He's like the timestamp king. The timestamp king. Yeah, he's dropped again. No. Okay, we'll try one more time with another map. We Maybe I'll get them to host, if not afterwards. And if that doesn't work, we'll have to find a replacement, I'm afraid. So we will go... Stunt him. I will try a different map. Silent Team is also quite small. We have the mighty the Raptor. Rubik's Raptor has joined. What's up, man? Hope you're doing good today. I actually really enjoyed one of your videos recently. The like the Final Fantasy one, because I know nothing about it. So that was actually really funny to watch, because I've been looking to maybe play like some other types of games like that, like the big open world ones. So I actually started playing like a little bit of RuneScape, which was hilarious, because that's a very old game, or old school RuneScape, which was really good fun though. So I appreciate the video. Dwarfs too drunk to fight always. No one believes in the dwarfs. Okay, when he comes up, we'll try this map. If it doesn't work, we'll let Grombrindal host the lobby. If this does not work, I will let you host. Let's see if that works. It's not Tuesday, so we're fine, because obviously Tuesday Steam goes down, so I think it is just a problem with the Grombrindal's PC. He did say that he's been sabotaged recently in tournaments with the same problem, so we'll hopefully have to fight for it. Torux likes fighting, Greenskins like fighting, so Greenskins win. I do like that Trainer 4. I do like that quite a bit. It was hilarious to edit, man, it looked like it. It looked pretty outlandish. Is that game free to play, or is that game like, do you have to buy a monthly subscription? That's what always puts me off those type of games. It's like, oh hey, you have to pay, and if you don't know if you're going to join the game, I don't feel like it's worth it. I think you should try Tabletop Simulator, and I will fight you in 40k. Tabletop Simulator is something I looked into before. I was tempted to make some videos on it, but with what Games Workshop's doing recently, I feel like it would probably get marked and taken down by them. I don't know that for a fact, but with all the news of them trying to like clamp down on Warhammer like content, it can be a little rough. All good. Cool. Grombrindal says he's on his way back and restarting. But it is a subscription, yeah. I mean, I don't know how high level 60 is. Looks like Void and Grombrindal have something in common. Oh, what, the PCs. I think dwarfs are winning. Parkmap, believe in yourself. We believe in you. We believe in you, boy. Check message upper from me. It helps sometimes. Let's have a little look. Maybe let Grom host the lobby. Yeah, if this doesn't work, Caradoc, if this map doesn't work, we'll let him host. Oh, the Warhammer Online MMO. I think that's now run by fans, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Lawmaster Sotek was talking about it. We may just let Grom host from the start, actually. We'll wait for him to get back. Let him load up his game. It looks like you guys, let's end the poll. You guys were rooting, I think, for the Greenskins. People were believing in the Greenskins here. The power of the war. 62% think Greenskins are going to win. 37% think the dwarfs are going to win. And 1% think Skaven's going to win, it would seem. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, just check my stream strength. Looks like we're all good. And we're back at it. Cool. So let's pray on Grombrindal. Swear upon all the oath stones that his PC can organize itself. Power of the war. The power of the war might be too powerful at the moment. That could indeed be the problem. And is short-circuiting the dwarf technology. I wonder how many years it would go in the fantasy realm before they got stuff like computers. I feel like it would never happen, simply due to how useful magic is. Either way, the Ducks always win. This is true. This is a true fact. I didn't see a Skaven option. No, 1% like disappears, and I always assume it's voted for Skaven. Cool. Just gonna send a message. Got Grombrindal to host. Funny thing is, the war in Polish is la. Wait, so just la as they go into battle. Oh god. I'm assuming it's just a cry for war, but they're just mispronouncing war and saying war. That's what I assume's happening. That is what I assume. So hopefully Grombrindal is on his way. I would have been the guy who voted Skaven. Man, I do love Skaven. After watching Suicide Squad 2 and seeing the Ratcatcher, I'm like, oh, I'm about the Skaven life now. They've been good fun, but unfortunately, yeah, Parkmap dragged me away from them and got me into the Wood Elf game. If that is okay. Singing into battle. Man, I wish we were singing into battle right now. Waiting on the Meister himself. I will check if he has hosted one. So that was the one I put up, I believe. So it looks like it's not on yet. And give me a few more minutes. Obviously, if the problem continues to continues and we can't load into games, we'll just have to get a replacement. Gotta do a little work. Be back in a bit. My luck, I'll miss the match probably when we finally get in. Yeah, we'll give it a go. We will give it a go. Cool. Looks like R1's gone, so we are just looking now for the lobby when Grombrindal hosts. Okay, 1 min. Okay, he's on his way. Let me know when it is up. Boop. And we'll load back into the game. Hashtag Parkmap, says Fabio. Yes, we're waiting for the first game, so we'll be streaming for like half hour, but unfortunately, guys have crashed a couple of times, so. Is it possible to move the versus sign since it obstructs the victory display? I mean, we should hopefully know who's won anyway. It'll just say Pyrrhic victory or, like, Valiant defeat. So, hopefully it's not. Let's have a little look at the ABS. Yeah, I think it should be fine there. It might obstruct the balance of power slightly. But I'll always let you know if, like, army losses is coming or anything like that. So don't worry about it. But welcome to the stream. Hope you're in a good mood today. I'm in a pretty damn good mood. I think the game is starting already. Okay. Not sure what's going on. I think his PC's struggling a little bit. But yeah, made 2 videos today. Gonna make a 3rd one after this stream as well. So then we have a glorious 3 videos done in the vault, so I can work on some longer form videos tomorrow. A very exciting series, which is finally getting started, which I'm very excited about, which will be coming to the channel in the near future. Yeah, I know. It can be the problem sometimes with Total War. It can be pretty buggy. It's probably not even on like Grombrindal's like PC's fault. He's just struggling to load in at the moment. But luckily, we do have a professional timestamper now. Bring only half an army to secure yourself a heroic victory and establish dominance. I mean, it's a strategy. It's a big brain play. I would like to see it in action. But Thoric changing into a giant club is the greatest translation in Polish. Oh, isn't his armor like the club armor or something? I think it's like the great club armor, rather than actually what it's supposed to do. Beep, beep, beep. Cool. If we can't load in Grombrindal, we might be able to get one of his clanmates to step in. I know 4 Poland's watching, and that'd probably be a good set of games. Pajatron, welcome, welcome. You have a video coming out soon, my friend. Probably in like 2 or 3 days. There is a video of you going up on the channel. Torx only needs Torx for heroic victories. That'd be an insane victory. If you bring just Torx in a multiplayer game and win, I will definitely cast that on the channel, bud. That'd be some pretty wacky and wild stuff. Go, go, Poland. It's supposed to be hit by the club, but in Polish it turns them into a club. That's just amazing. We may better get full Poland or someone in a second, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't want to be going for like, if we go like 45 minutes without a battle, you know. I'll have to edit out the start of the stream, I think. I think a little bit. Well, I don't want to because we've had loads of lovely donations and stuff, so we might just have to do some big old timestamps in the bottom. Some glorious timestamps, but eventually we'll get there, I'm sure. I think I'll be there any minute. Okay. We will try one more time. Cool. We'll give the PC one more go around and see how it goes. Hope you guys are enjoying my ramblings anyway while we wait. As we wait for the battles to actually start and unfold. I'm actually really excited for this best of 7. I hope we do get Grombrindal versus Parkmap. That's going to be such a close, fiery affair. Although if we do get a stand, then I'll make sure they're a worthy opponent for the might of Parkmap, who is very powerful. Okay, Grombrindal Duck is the name of the lobby. Allegedly. If we can find it. Cool. Let's hop out and hop back in. Helps refresh it a little bit. Grombrindal Duck. There we go. You've missed nothing, Negbert, no. Nothing whatsoever. We've been, like, trying for 35 minutes to get into a game. Unfortunately, Grombrindal's crashed a few times. So unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to see Grombrindal's build here. But hopefully in the future battles, we won't be able to see it in advance. But, ooh, this looks like a tasty little build. So, I need you guys now to give your power to Grombrindal's PC. Mutter all the dwarvish oaths, magic, runes, well, magic, but rune magic, you know what I mean, basically same thing. Runesmith magic, any chance, Dowie war cries to pump his PC full of power and energy so that we can load into the battle. I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, I'm praying, Mr. Grombrindal, I believe in you. As we load into a Starling Tomb. So we're switching up the map. Again, it's very close quarters, and there's a lot of potential for Vanguard. But maybe it was Pillar of Bone, which was kind of blowing the fuse of Grombrindal's PC there. So hopefully this will actually work this time. No screen blocker for now. I can get one up for future, but, like, yeah. Normally I'm the host, so we don't need screen blockers and that kind of stuff. Oh, Neckbur. It's a bold statement coming from a Vampire Count main. Although I do have some Vampire Count replays locked and loaded, ready to come out. Speed and power. Use all the hammers. Come on, lads. I believe. Kazakin Ha. Use all the hamsters to power the engines. Go, go, go. If this does not work for Poland, as a clanmate of Grombrindal, would you be able to step in? And we can try again. But I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful. Luckily my PC loads in ridiculously quick to these things. It was designed so it could run Total War Warhammer really well. We have some beautiful ruins over here. I'm just going to admire the landscape whilst we wait and pray. I feel like I'm just I'm at the doctor's hospital. Just waiting to hear some good or bad news. Are we there? Are we there? Yes! I see builds! I see builds! Oh, come on. I believe. I believe. Do it. Do it, dwarfs. Survive. Yes! We're in. We're in. And there's no lag. Right. Welcome to the stream. We're doing a best of 7. Grombrindal v Parkmap. Yes. Let's go. Love it. Okay. We're in. Oh, I'm a happy ducky. I'm down. Okay, it looks like we're here. Whew. So, for the forces of the dwarfs, finally, we do have a cannon. Just the one cannon, as well as the Goblobber, Regiment Renowned Grudge Thrower. You can launch damage in and discourage the enemy. It looks like we're going for a old classic dwarven geometry build here. We have Iron Breakers in the front line, so triple Iron Breakers, Thunderers as well as Rangers with Great Weapons in the centre, the double cannon, unit of Slayers. We do indeed have 2 basic Dwarf Warriors as well, and Thoric Ironbrow leading the charge. He's coming in with the Rune of Slowness, the Rune of Speed, the Rune of Wrath and Ruin, and Rune of Doom, as well as the Master of the Ancient Law and Rune of Hearth and Home, which I always think is a little expensive for what it actually does. So, a very little die box cowering in the trees. And then we have 2 gyrocopters with brimstone guns up in the skies. For the forces of the Greenskins, we have some Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, who are hopping their way to victory in the back line. Main battle line shall be Gobbos and Orc Boys plopped all along. We have some nasty Skulkers, some Regiment Renowned Night Goblins, and Orc Boar Chariots, as well as Snotlin Pump Wagons. So, looks like 1 chariot, double Snotlin Pump Wagons. We have a Night Goblin Warboss. So, someone who did suggest this in chat, I can't remember who it was, I think it was for Poland, but the Night Goblin Warboss is coming in with Fermented Fungi as well as the Boss's Loons. No Tormentor Sword though, which is rather interesting, but he is one of the coolest models. Honestly, for the Greenskins, he is really badass looking. Unfortunately, we don't get to see him terribly often. And we have the Giant Rotor Hag, Spirit Leech, and Purple Sun. And a cannon shot straight to the face sends her flying down. Spirit Leech going to be useful for dealing with the gyrocopters, but it does not look like the Greenskins were prepared for gyrocopters whatsoever, which is very surprising. I mean, we have some archers, but not many. And one of which is the Rusty Arrows, though. The Goblin Rocklobber is going to have an absolute whale of a time firing into the enemy, but these gyrocopters may well be able to focus it down rather quickly. The gyrocopter brimstone gun has been hit with a Spirit Leech at the moment, so about half the dwarf force is away from the trees, luckily, including those gyrocopters. So if they go down, the dwarves will need to advance a little bit more. And gyrocopters do a lovely little bombing run on the Goblin Rocklobber, doing some decent damage, and now the archers are struggling in the back to deal with the brimstones. The Giant Ritual Hag is moving forward. Purple Sun is going to be disgusting here up against the dwarvish forces. Greenskin's going to be looking to swarm, of course, and wrap around, hit the enemy from all angles. Poor little Giant Ritual Hag, though, has taken quite a pounding so far. Just trying to dart back and forth, looking to survive. Looks like the guys are saying good luck, have fun. Brimstone guns are firing down onto the Giant Ritual Hag from both sides. We are going to get more Spirit Leeches coming down, and now some pretty consistent fire coming in by the Rusty Arrows as well as the Goblin Archers. But ground archers like this are really bad at shooting at units in the sky, and I think the Giant Ritual Hag may be dealt here some final blows. One reason I really like the Iron Breakers in this matchup is because of the blasting charges coming in and roasting the Orc Boys, doing some pretty solid work. Night Goblins, if engaged in combat long enough, will be able to pull out the loons, which will be used rather effectively here today. Gobbos getting eviscerated, but Snotlin Pump Wagons as well as Orc Boar Chariots are waiting in the wings to come in here. We are going to see a Rune of Wrath and Ruin go down. Really underrated at the moment on those Night Goblins, trying to burst their HP, so they're not going to get away with dropping those loons on the battlefield. And Snotlin Pump Wagons do not do much to Ironbreakers. Ironbreakers simply hold the line, and they'll hold for an absolute age. They've got really solid mass, and the pump wagons, again, eviscerated. Can't even break in onto those Thunderers there. Unfortunately, we're not going to see any Purple Suns, or we might do. The Giant Hag is on the approach, but the Air Corps is really punishing the Greenskin leadership at the moment. We do have the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers who have popped in, surrounding the Ironbreakers. Looks like the Orc Boar Chariots have enough mass to push through the remainder of the Adawi forces there. Nasty Skulkers are starting to swarm as well. It looks like the Goblobber is back online, but it needs to come back to its artillery piece. The arrows are still going after the Brimstone guns, but they're doing a really good job. I'm very surprised we didn't see a massive skirmish cav to try and usher the Gyrocopters into a different direction. Night Goblin Squig Hoppers up to some pretty decent kills. They are running over the Dwarf Warriors here. Orc Boar Chariots are microing their way through the squishier back line here, though the Thunderers are firing quite happily. We do get a lovely war popped. The Durkit's Squigs should be able to come in and start to swarm. Some good micromanagement here by the Greenskin player. It's going to allow them to force their way in to the Thunderers. You can see the attack order being given there, and the little Gobbos are going to bounce to victory or defeat. And the Thunderers are now being shut down by the Ironbreakers. There's just nothing in this build to deal with the Ironbreakers, apart from the Chariots as well as the Pump Wagons. But the Chariots have been forced back quite a bit in the early stages of the game. Dwarf Warriors are starting to break and run for their lives. We have some Slayers who are unfortunately going to engage with Goblins, which is really bad news there for the Slayers. A lovely little smoke bomb does go in, catching all of these units and slowing them down, but I believe the Greenskin characters have just been killed by the Gyrocopters, and that's really unfortunate. And with that, I don't think there's any hope for the Greenskins, really. The Goblin Rocklobber, only one kill, unfortunately not coming back into the action. Night Goblin Squig Hoppers are going to bound into fights, but the good old drops coming in from the Brimstone guns, really punishing the Greenskin forces there. And that is going to be game one to the might of Chad Thorick, aka Grombrindal, and the forces of the Dwarves. Good experienced Dowie play there. The double Gyrocopter is a little bit risky, I think, because they can really get hard countered by the Skirmish Cavalry, but it certainly paid off today. 820 and 900 damage value. 549 on the Goblobber there, 762 on the cannon. Thunderers did a decent job as well, but the Ironbreaker wall just held. 900 damage value, 1000 damage value, 940. A very swift victory there for Chad Thorick himself. For Parkmap, I actually do quite like his build. It's just very susceptible to Gyrocopters, and he got punished because of it. You could see the Giant Ritual Hag and Night Goblin Warboss just getting assassinated off the rip of the game, and from that point onwards, it was always going to be a real struggle. Some good micro with the Squigs, tried to keep him in it and push into the enemy back line, but with the tree kind of deployment, it was a little bit rough there. GG. Man, those gyros. Troll Country. It is. Good news though for Parkmap is he does not have to face the Dwarfs anymore. A toast to victory, burst open a barrel of Buggermans. Indeed, indeed. You'd prefer a best of 7 High Elves via High Elves? Oh no. Oh no. I mean, that would kind of be a work of art, but it would just be Dragon Princes all over the place. No, it will not be necessary. Thank you, though, for offering for Poland, but Grombrindal seems to have loaded in and been fine so far. By the way, about Thorick translation, in English, his armor can turn a giant's club, but in Polish, it can turn into a giant club. Oh! So in English, it's like it can turn away the blow for from a giant, right? From a giant's club. But in the translation, it means he can transform into a giant. So it looks like Chad Thorick is going to Kai. And he is banning Dwarves and Dark Elves for Dark. I don't know what Parkmap's doing. It looks like he was just looking to see what the Lizardmen could bring. It looks like he's actually himself going to be going for a sub-faction. So he's going to be meeting the taunt there of the Dwarves and one-upping him by going the sub-faction of Durthy. Let's update the scoreboard quickly here. I think the players have switched sides. So I'll sort that out in a second. So it's actually going to be 1-0 on this side, but it is 1-0 to Grombrindal. And boop. I'm going to move these across rather than retyping them in. There we go. And back up because we have obviously rehosted the lobby. And it is 1-0. But Wood Elves versus Dowie is going to be quite an interesting fight. On Troll Country, it's a very rush-centered map. And Lizardmen in general really love Troll Country. They love small maps. It's perfect for Lizardmen. And the usual meta here for the Wood Elves is a bucket ton of Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts, just to like bring the pain to the enemy, but it might be quite hard to protect them on a map like Troll Country. A stack-heavy build, I could see doing some really solid work here. I mean, Durfu is a beast. He can slap up the majority of the Lizardmen infantry and do a really good job as well, just supporting with his spells and the Sword of Daith, both which are incredibly powerful. It looks like we are going to have to get a screen blocker, because for some reason it automatically makes me click on Grombrindal, which is stupid and annoying, but oh well. Boop. There we go. I'll have to remember to take it down when we load in. So it is going to be Wood Elves. Parkmap should have brought Nakai too. I think I would have cried. I just would have cried live on stream. I know who I'm rooting for. Chad Nakai is incoming. The boys. Everyone wants it. Grombrindal playing Lizards? I did not expect this. I've seen Grombrindal play High Elves recently in a tournament. If you need a screen blocker, I sent you art for Grombrindal. I worked hard on it. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. No, where's the art? I do not see it. Is it in my Discord? For some reason, I don't see it, bud. Unless you sent it to me in a previous message. No, I have no glorious Grombrindal artwork. We're stuck. We're stuck with our little bouncing Crocky G. I see here Durfu and just trees. You can actually hide Durfu amongst the trees, and Durfu can Vanguard deploy, which is hilarious. I can actually look at the builds now, because you guys can't see them. Oh no, I can't see Parkmaps. I can only see Grombrindals. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking like a very good competitive build. It's stuff that I would normally expect. It's solid though. Just counting some stuff, making sure it's all within the rules, which I think it is. Yeah, looking good. Looking like a tasty build indeed. Good luck, awesome. And we're ready to rumble. Popping into game 2. Much shorter wait there between game 0 and game 1 and game 1 and game 2. Which is some very good news. Let's have a little sip of my drink. Keep me alive. That's the good stuff. And that is the good stuff. And we're here on Troll Country, which is one of my favourite maps. Some people have problems with it, but I think those are mainly players who play range-heavy factions and don't want to kind of mix up their playstyle at all. I like mixing small maps and large maps and medium maps, all the maps basically, even some with some big shot blockers, can certainly be fun in tournaments. As long as both sides are relatively balanced, I think you're basically good to go. Damn man, it took me over 3 minutes to draw it. I haven't seen it. And we're loading in. Okay. I'm going to let the game load properly. And then I'm going to take away the screen blocker, because I don't want it to crash. There we go. Cool, and we're back in. So, of course, Grombrindal is indeed bringing my boy, my beautiful baby boy, Nakai, who's not actually my favourite lord. I like Krotgar more, but I have a special place in my heart for Nakai. I don't know what it is. Just look at him. Look at him in all his majestic beauty. I think he's going to be bringing him with just Primeval Roar now. Oh no, he's also brought the Golden Tributes. All of his items and abilities are really good. They're just very expensive. With a Skink Priest of Heavens, kind of Harmonic Convergence and Wind Blast, a Skink Chief, Saurus Spears, and a load of Saurus Spears, Cohort of Sotek, and a bucket ton of Javelins. We have 12 range units here today in the form of Skink Cohorts with Javelins, with a little Skink Chief looking to support, and double Bastillodon with Solar Engine, and some insane numbers of Chameleon Skinks as well. It's this is basically what most people do in competitive for Lizardmen. I don't do this build anymore, but it is a build I have used in the past, or a very similar build. For the forces of the Wood Elves, we have a load of Wildwood Rangers dotted through the front line. This is a madness build. Wildwood Rangers in the front line, backed up by a load of Eternal Guard. Spellsinger of Life, we have Deepwood Scouts with Swift Shiver Shards. We have a couple of units of Glade Riders, and then we have Durfu leading the charge. Those Bastildons are really going to punish Durfu quite badly, but the Spellsinger of Life does come with a regrowth, so he can tank an insane amount of damage. Now, the front line for those men is going to get trounced. The Wildwood Rangers will really be able to drag their way through a lot of the Saurus Warriors and other such units, particularly the Bastildons, if they can engage with them. This is a super high-risk, high-reward Wood Elf build, and I love it. I am surprised the Wildwood Rangers are leading the charge and not the Eternal Guard of Shields to absorb the initial damage. Swift Shiver Shards, though, should be a relatively solid counter to Chameleon Skinks. A lot of people don't know this. Shoot Chameleon Skinks. Yes, they have their camo, and they got nice missile resistance, but they are very squishy. So if you do shoot them, it is actually one of the best ways to kill them. Wildwood Rangers are going to be falling back a little bit. Durfu does get a fat regrowth on him. He has been blinded, though, which is an effect not many people know that actually comes in from those solar engines, which actually lowers his accuracy and some of his stats a little bit. And now he's dueling. Harmonic Convergence has gone down, likewise has Primeval Roar. Durfu is struggling right now in this scrap, but does get a big old curse down on Nakai, and is starting to slap him up real good. Wild Rangers, again, very aggressive, but you can see those javelins just rip them apart. They only have 40 armor, so it's looking a bit of a struggle initially for the Wood Elves already. The Eternal Guard are kind of bouncing against the Skinks, having taken a load of damage on approach. Good play here by Parkmap, though, just buy like a load of time and force the Chameleon Skinks to waste all their ammo on shielded Eternal Guard. Nakai is having to retreat and fall back here. Deepwood Scouts are trying to rain shots in at the Chameleon Skinks once more, but they are causing all kinds of problems. The Glade Riders as well break in against the Skink cohorts with javelins, and the Garys are well and truly alive, fleeing before the might of the Eternal Guard. Wildwood Rangers are finally in combat, though, engaging with the Skinks. They should slice and dice them relatively effectively, and we have more Glade Riders popping up. The Spellsinger of Life is going to have to pop some regrowths on Durfu, though, to keep him alive. We may well be getting a Sword of Dave. In fact, we are getting a Sword of Dave down. Unfortunately, Durfu has been pinned in by the cohort of Sotek. Look at this little Skink holding the line, and both Nakai as well as Durfu can't actually fight each other, but there we go. That should clear the path. And Nakai, once again, has Harmonic Convergence popped on him. Those solar engines are really rinsing Durfu, though, from long range. If we take a little look here, they do come with that blind. Minus 24 melee defense and melee attack is massive, and really does help out a lot in the combat, although it looks like Nakai did get hit there, although it doesn't seem like that debuff applies to friendly troops. Spellsinger Life is floating forward. Deepwood Scouts continuing to try to rain in pressure. The Wood Elves are starting to break through in a few small clusters, but both the solar engines are well and truly online and quite happily firing into Durfu, who needs a regrowth on him pronto, otherwise he could be in big trouble. He's actually struggling to take on the Kai. The Chad himself tanking for the old ones here, doing a really good job. We are going to be seeing that regrowth come down, but it might be a tad too late as Durfu seems like he may go down here or at least break. Regrowth has been popped, but that's going to make him a very juicy target for those solar engines to shoot him in the back as he can no longer dodge. The Spellsinger Life has engaged Nakai in hand-to-hand combat. Primeval Roar has gone down, but Nakai is getting a danger low there and actually has to fall back. Deepwood Scouts lacing some shots into his rear as he decides to retreat. Spellsinger Life, surrounded by the cohort of Sotek, isn't going to be having the best of days. Likewise, though, the Skink Priest has been surrounded by Eternal Guard. Durfu, unfortunately, despite the regrowth, is probably not long for this world. There's Chameleon Skinks hunting him down, and the solar engines are really starting to rack up a decent number on our boy Durfu there. He's managed to escape, I think, the wrath of the solar engines, at least for now, but they've used up the majority of their ammunition, and that means you know you've had a good day as the Dino folk, and Durfu does fall. If a tree falls in a troll country, and there's a load of Skinks and Wood Elves around, did he really die? Who knows? These are the big hard-hitting questions we ask on this channel. Beastman is now hard for lizards on all maps. Yeah. Beastman is pretty tough for lizardmen, I think. Big quack for Nakai. Wildwood Rangers, so risky. Just had too many nerfs through the years. Yeah, it was a risky build. I applaud, though, Parkmap's build here. It was really cool, but none of the Wildwood Rangers paid for themselves whatsoever. Deepwood Scout suffered, like, it just kind of crumpled because of the front line. Durfu did a good job. I mean, he got 1,387 damage value, not too shabby, but everywhere else, the Wild Rangers just really let the side down. They're such an expensive investment, and they didn't pay for themselves. So I think going with more cavalry would have been a better bet, so they could run over the Skinks. Nakai, 1.5 damage value, out-trading Durfu in combat. Of course, he did get a lot of buffs on him, but still doing some good work. The little Skink Chief, 610 damage value. Very impressive stuff there. 700 on the little Skink Priesty. Cult of Sotek, 994 damage value, not too shabby. And the Javelins, almost all of them paid for themselves. Oh, this is disgusting. The Chameleon Skinks, 470, 600, 939, 1,190 damage value. It really was just a mass of javelins and blowpipes hitting the elves in the face, and they had too many squishy targets. Basilions with Solar Engine, 820, and 1,114 damage value. GG's. Oh no, did I not take down the screen blocker? I did, right? Oh god, I did, thank god. Boop. There we go. Oh, then it gave me a heart attack here. So we are on Parkmap. Prague as the next map. Parkmap is going to go Coast, Bannon, Chaos, and Wood Elves. And Chad Forig is going to be going with the Balthasar Gelt sub-faction. Does not necessarily mean he has to bring Balthasar Gelt. Oh, I did GG twice, like saying. But it means he has the option, right? It's definitely possible for the Wood Elf CJ, but I think you either have to go absolute mass Glade Guard spam, which would have worked on that map, or you go a load of stags. You go hardcore with the hit and run stag cavalry, and you can run over the Lizardmen meta quite well. Chad Nakai over Virgin Durfu. Nakai's just built different. Tequila Sunset, you make a good point. Or you don't... I don't know about that. I mean, unless... Dodge Jellyfish, unless he's... I understand the ban there. I think it's actually a garbage... Like, not good for Coast, unless... It's really good for Coast if you go with complete air cheese, but I don't know if Parkmap wants to do that. Because it's not a particularly fun way of playing, I don't think. So if he's not into going full air, then I don't think it's a good matchup for them. They build armies so long. I mean, they've already built one army. I don't know. They seem to be pretty swift, to be honest, compared to most people. Yeah, Warwood Rangers, I've never seen them work, really, unfortunately. Looks like these guys are going. Ugh. Sunk in my eye. I have been blinded by the beautiful glory of what we just witnessed with Nakai. The Chad himself. So, when we've loaded in, I'll pop out and get rid of the screen blocker and update the scoreboard. So also have our drink while these boys do pop in. We are in Prague, which is a pretty colossal size map, which is, you know, going to favour, probably you would think, I mean, Empire probably going to try and outrange Coast, actually. I would, if I'm Coast, I'm probably having to ban Dowie and Empire. I think it's a really good map. The Parkmap! A little bit of support, indeed. Let's root for our boy. I love this to go all the way. It certainly does have the potential. Both these players are evenly matched. Well, it does seem like Grombrindal's got the upper hand at the moment, particularly in the choosing of the matchups, which has really helped him out quite a bit. And it's actually very important in tournaments to have that skill. So, let's take down the no peeking. If I can find it. Boop. There we go. And we're back, baby. So, let's go over Grombrindal, who's certainly in the ascendancy at the moment. And it is a welcome to Prague, lads. Balthasar Gelt is upon the field, riding his mighty Pegasus, coming in with Final Transmutation as well as Searing Doom. We do have a double Hellstorm Rocket Battery, looking rather regal in their bright yellow colour scheme today. One of the Hellstorms is actually the Sunmaker. We have handgunners and silver bullets, so triple of them. We have a mixture of spearmen, naked lunatics of Sigma as well, who don't look too different from their normal getup. We have the Sigma Sun, so basically a bucket ton of infantry, and then a load of handguns and a load of range. Good classic way of playing the Empire. We have a Witch Hunter as well, coming in with Accusation, looking to accuse some fools, and it's a pretty fun build. For the forces of the VP, we actually have a Rush force here, which I'm quite excited to see in action. We have Depth Guard, Zombie Pirate Gunnery mobs dotted all the way along, Depth Guard guarding the flanks. We have some Fellbats up in the sky. We have Gallows Giant, the Regiment of Renown Necrofex Colossus in all of its beautiful glory. Look at it go. If this can make it to the front line and survive the handgunners, which is a big if, it's going to reap a bloody toll upon the state troops of the Empire. We have Slosher Diaphin as well, coming in on her Crabbo, not something you see every day. We have Ghost of the Past. We have the Song of Enthrallment. We have Arcane Conduit, Denzins of the Deep, and we have Tidecore as well. She's been coming in as well with her glorious little improvements. And the Kiss of the Deep. Love to see it. Really awesome build. Parkmap's coming in with some wild builds today, and I love them. He also has a couple of units of Scurvy Dogs in the back, which are going to be necessary here to shut down the Silver Bullets. Now, the Hellstorm rocket batteries, they're going to do a load of damage. There's not much you can do about that. You can hope they don't hit the Depth Guard, because that's going to be the big target, and they do go for the Depth Guard, but luckily there for Parkmap, the first volley does absolutely diddly squat, and we actually... Oh no! Parkmap, you champion! We have a bloated corpse hidden in the trees as well that I missed early on. Phobats are swimming forward aggressively, and it is going to be a long march here, unfortunately, for the majority of these troops, under quite horrendous torrents of enemy fireworks being brought upon them. Phobats bouncing 2 and 4th at the moment. It looks like, did some of them... Oh no, they got hit by handgunners, okay. I thought they maybe got hit in the air by the Hellstorm rocket battery themselves, which is now going after the Depth Guard, doing some pretty solid damage. The Sunmaker doesn't have the most amount of ammunition, however, but it certainly packs a punch. It kind of fires all its volleys in one go. Phobats getting really aggressive here. The Scurvy Dogs are on the move. They could probably shut down this Hellstorm rocket battery relatively easily, despite the Sigma Suns being here and then nearby for support. Bavsar Gelt is going to force back the mighty Fellbats there, and Depth Guard are relatively healthy, starting to approach the enemy battle line, as well as Slosher Diaphin. Now, the hand cannons, or the hand gunners, I should say, are going to be a big problem. These Scurvy Dogs need to shut them down. They're more of a problem than the Hellstorm rocket batteries, because they will kill the Gallows Giant and they will kill Slosher Diaphin, whereas the majority of the infantry here will really struggle up against such forces. Beautiful micro by Parkmap. He's snuck his way into the back, and he's looking to overwhelm the Silver Bullets with all of these units to shut them down as quickly as possible. One unit has checked itself. Maybe it needs to very quickly move off to the right-hand side to shut down more handgunners, but at least it will keep the Sigma Suns at bay, and the Silver Bullets are probably going to go down here. No! Looks like the Scurvy Dogs are actually really suffering quite badly there. The Gallows Giant's doing some lovely work here, so you get him into position and fire down the flanks of the Spearmen, doing some good work, and in comes Slosher Diaphin as well. Unfortunately, that second unit of Doggos was not microed as effectively as the first one, and they actually have let the Silver Bullets survive. Down to 50 models though, so their damage output will be limited. Depth Guard doing a good job clearing their way through the Spearmen, but they're going to have to move up to the Unbreakable troops now and try and cleave their way through them as quickly as possible. Scurvy Dogs on the back could hunt down these handgunners. A lot of the handgunners are indeed getting forced back at the moment. A lowness to their speed as well as melee attack is going to allow the Diaphin to do some good work, and we do actually have a Rotten Promethean summon coming into the game. Handgunners are being feasted upon by the Scurvy Dogs, who themselves are crumbling. They got to believe in the faith of Sigma that they will survive long enough and not break. The Scurvy Dogs will indeed die. It looks like, for the most part, the Gallows Giant is having a good time, up to 20 kills so far. Depth Guard are actually struggling a little bit here on the flanks. I'm surprised, but I think we've seen some Searing Dooms. Looks like by the scorch marks in the dirt here. Up to 110 kills, though. They have cleaved their way through a lot of the infantry, but that's not the big damage dealers here today. Good play by Parkmap here, getting the Scurvy Dogs onto the Silver Bullets and shutting them down for good this time. Slosher Diaphin, though, is taking a load of damage, but there are pockets opening up. Depth Guard could move in and finish off the handgunners now that they have slaughtered their enemies, and the damned Knights Errant have been summoned, and they can very happily hunt down these handgunners. Gallows Giant is very healthy going into the later stages of the game here. However, those gunnery mobs are really eating a lot of shots. The Sunmaker doing some massive work, nearly 200 kills on that bad boy. But the Depth Guard are getting nearer and nearer, working their way through the layers of this Empire build. Up in the sky, Balthazar Gelt's taking quite a pounding at the moment, and the balance of power is slightly in favour of the undead forces. If we get yet another summon come down, a second unit of Rotten Promethean to deal with the Sigma Suns. Good Skodog play for the most part so far. A lovely Searing Doom, though, is going to catch the Depth Guard, who are pinned in by the Swordsman. Oh, that is some lovely damage, and killing models, which is key, because these guys do indeed have the hunger. It does look like the Hellstorm rocket battery still has an ample amount of ammunition. The Hellstorm, though, has used up all of its ammo now, and Depth Guard can move on to bigger and better things, such as these handgunners. The Gallows Giant up to 76 kills, not bad so far. The Bloated Corpse is on the move. Oh my god, it's going through the fire and the flames of the Hellstorm, pushing forward, looking to drag down the enemy. I love it. Swordsmen are terrified and broken by the might of the Depth Guard, who could quite comfortably now hop on top of the Hellstorm rocket battery, and it looks like the Empire force, though it did a ridiculous amount of damage in the early stages, is starting to waver and collapse. Good pressure all round. I mean, good protection by Grombrindal as well. He kept these hangars online far longer than I thought he would, but he's done a really good job so far. Unfortunately, the Gallows Giant is very healthy into the later stages of the game, and the Depth Guard have really started to chew their way through these state troops here. Celestial Diaphin is still going strong. She's surrounded by Sigma Suns and Spearmen, but their melee attack is currently a pitiful 0, so she's not having a bad day whatsoever. Hellstorm is going to fire into her flank, and I mean, every shot is going to connect. This could be a really useful way back into the game for the force of the Empires. If they assassinate the Diaphin here, and it's certainly possible, Depth Guard are on their way, but it looks like she may start to crumble. The accusation has come in right now, though she is clearing her way through a lot of the infantry. The Gallows Giant is on the approach, and if she goes down, there's no healing from this build today by Parkmap, which is a big problem, of course, when you have such a large entity, but again, it's very more thematic and a lot more fun. The Witch Hunter is really dishing out the damage now. The Swordsmen have managed to rally. We still have some zombies firing in, but the handgunners have rallied. 28 handgunners is massive, considering the main threats left to the Empire are the Gallows Giant as well as the Diaphin, who is currently fighting an insane amount of unbreakable troops. We're going to see a final transmutation come down, and that may well be enough to finish off Celestra herself. And probably will. What a turnaround. I thought there was no way Grombrindal was going to win this after that midpoint, but he's really dragged this fight back, kicking and screaming by slaughtering the enemy leadership. Gallows Giant is now lining up some shots into the handgunners, looking to try to finish them off. That Hellstorm rocket battery has done so much work here today. 51 kills, but really hunting down some of the enemy key targets, and I don't think the Gallows Giant can solo this. I mean, he has to focus the handgunners. They need to be gone and off the field. That is a certainty, but I don't think he's going to be able to deal with the Witch Hunter. The Witch Hunter has a lot of ammo, still 8 shots left. Balthazar Gelt can fly around and pop Searing Dooms. The handgunners are constantly wavering because, of course, the burn effect applied by the Gallows Giant, but actually quite close to the board edge. Yeah, he needs to get some shots in now. He is taking quite a bit of damage, though. Big shots coming in, and that should be enough to break the handgunners off the battlefield. Negative 35 leadership. Balthazar Gelt, though he is a feeble wizard, can be okay in combat, up against the Gallows Giant at least, who isn't the most hard-hitting of troops. Now, it looks like it is now, unfortunately, just the Gallows Giant against the world, because there is, of course, a zombie summon here as well, and the handgunners will indeed be biting the bullet. Maybe they can come back. No, minus 23 leadership. There's no chance there. So the Gallows Giant is going to be repositioning, and who does he want to focus down? I mean, Witch Hunter's basically out of ammunition at this point, so killing Balthazar Gelt maybe might be the play. I have no idea how that's going to work. Handgunners, there's just no way they're coming back. So it is going to come down to another beautiful accusation does go down on the Gallows Giant, though. Can the Giant carry? Can he do it? Good luck, have fun, being said by the lads. Witch Hunter is trying his little heart out here. The zombie pirate deckhand mobs as well doing a good job. I mean, the fire is going to roast all of these all breakable troops, and they won't stand around for long whatsoever. Gallows Giant is going to be receiving a rear charge by Balthazar Gelt, and he does have that negative to melee defense and armor right now, so he's got pretty pitiful melee stats, and he may well start to crumble. It looks like the Sigma Suns, they get roasted down to the last man here. And we are going to be seeing a Searing Doom come down upon the Gallows Giant, who's currently getting pinned in by all of these characters. Swordsmen do break, but that Searing Doom does some lovely damage to the Gallows Giant, and Army Losses kicks in. The mighty construct doth fall, and Grombrindal getting revenge for the last best of 7 he was in. Oh no, I did take down the screen blocker. I hope. Gain revenge. The last time Grombrindal was here, he had quite a rough fight against Antiste, and he's unleashed all his vengeance upon Parkmap here, taking a 3-0 lead in this best of 7 with some glorious plays. Balthasar Gelt, 1.2k damage value. Handgunners, 1.2, 850, 990. 1,973 on the rocket batteries, respectively, putting in some really solid work. Of course, the ground forces don't get much damage value, but their job's to pin in and hold back the enemy. Witch Hunter coming out with 1,176 damage value, a hero you often don't see, and I think Grombrindal has used him multiple times now to really good effect. Slosher Diving, 1,100 damage value, not too shabby. I think it's kind of tough what you would cut. I love the Blow Corpse, but unfortunately he didn't do too much. The Death God did really good though. 1,400 and 1,350 damage value. They just started to run out of steam towards the end. The mid-game looked like it was theirs to take. Scurvy Dogs as well, hopping on top of some key targets. The Gallows Giant, unfortunately though, not paying for itself. I think just an Invocation and a Heck Caster here to keep the Diaphin topped up probably would have won Parkmap the game. GG. GG's though. Sunmaker can do some really good work in certain matchups for sure. What's up, Nick? How's it going, champion? Hope you're all good. Welcome to Astalia, gentlemen. Wait, was the screen block up the whole time? It better not have been. No, it wasn't. You guys trying to fool me. Trying to fool me. I shall not stand for it. That's because Accusation is literally the same as ROR ranged mark. Oh, look. What do you mean mark? Oh, are you talking about from the dwarfs? So, we're going to see Chad Forick goes High Elves. Wow, the Dwarf main stooping as low to pick the mighty High Elf forces. Banning Bretonia and Empire. Very good ban than Bretonia. It's a pretty horrible matchup. We are going to be taking force on the Battle of Itza. And I think Parkmap is considering Dwarfs, which would be an absolute madman play. What? He's hard countering himself with Dwarfs up against the Dwarf main. This is some mind games if ever I've seen them from Parkmap right here. Let's pop that to 3 though. Grombrindal's in a dominant position. I love the artwork you've sent me, Norandon. I'll try and get it in future streams. That is amazing. That is some amazing stuff. Why Grombrindal is comfy bringing Witch Hunt, of course. Yeah, the mark by Ulfar. Bring Torx and Torx Scarf, instant win. It's true. I'm waiting for the Scarf DLC. That'd be true pay to win right there. What's up, Waters? How you going? Hope you're all good today. I mean, the ROR Necrofex, I mean, it's a kind of a flamethrower, so I understand the short range. It can sometimes be like a game winner, but it's very risky. It is very risky. So, Grombrindal's ready, bringing a very competitive build. This is a super good build. Maybe not so much the Lord, but of course he is kind of locked in with either basic Lords or Elfarin. I don't think Elfarin would be amazing against Dwarfs, not terrible. But the mind games are well and truly afoot. I don't know if I've ever seen Parkmap bring Dwarfs. I really don't. I don't know if I've ever seen him bring Dwarfs. So I'm very interested to see what he does. He might bring something like completely off meta that we're just not expecting. Things are happening on this stream that I don't understand. Oh, mate. There is so many wild builds and stuff today. So many wild stuff. Yeah, we're seeing Witch Hunters, which you never see. We're seeing Grombrindal pick High Elves. We're seeing Parkmap, who normally mains Elves, bring Dwarfs. It is some wild stuff. It is wild. This is a really bad matchup still for Dwarfs. It's gone a lot better than it was. But it's still pretty damn rough. It's still pretty rough. Not their worst matchup, I don't think. Beastmen's very bad for Dowie as well. And of course, like Skaven. Skaven's nasty. Well, we're seeing some matchups we don't normally see, which is always good fun as well, which I enjoy quite a bit. So a little sip of my drink, keep me alive. I need you guys to put all your energy into an Italian spirit bomb here and fuel the power of Parkmap, because I want more games. I want this to go all the way. He's on the back ropes now. He can come out swinging, though. We've seen reverse sweeps before in these best of sevens. Big cow with broken chariots. Take that away. What are you? Oof. Ooh, the fighting talk between Nick and Taurox. Nick, I'm sure you're happy to see your beloved High Elves in action today. So, this is a very, very nasty High Elf build, which I will pop into just as I take off the screen blocker. Oh, yeah, that's right, I remembered. Professional caster right here. Bam, there we go. There we go. So, for the forces of the High Elves, we have white lines all the way along, including the pure main company. This is very common. They'll outtrade almost all of the dwarvish infantry, though Longbeards with great weapons combined with the Rune of Doom will beat the snot out of white lines. So this is the meta for now, but that might change when more people catch on to that. We have archers in the secondary line, very good at tearing apart slayers and artillery crews. We have triple Eagleclaw Boltthrower, so playing the High Elves like dwarfs, going defensive and trying to outrange the Dowie, which is a really good idea. We do have the Line Chariot as well on the left-hand side, just the one though. And up in the skies, on his glorious mount, we have Elfarion the Grim. Looking pretty evil, to be honest, up here. He does look like he's kind of ready to eat dinner, though. Like he's got his knife and fork in his hand. He's sitting rather awkwardly. He's coming in with his own helm, the Fang Sword as well. Tempest to try to counter Gyrocopter play. We have Soul Quench as well as Apotheosis, so pretty good spell. Soul Quench very good at assassinating enemy artillery as well. Unfortunately, oh my god, we're going to have a scrap of the artillery. Parkmap, triple gold cannons here. They need to win this duel, otherwise it's going to be big trouble for the dwarfs. We do have dwarf warriors dotted in the front line. We have Thoric Ironbrow on foot though, not on his toilet seat, which I would have loved to see him on his toilet seat because Elfarion, every time he cast a spell, would get a miscast. We have Rune of Slow and Rune of Negation. We have Miners, we have Dragonback Slayers, and Longbeards as well, including the Scolder Guard and Iron Drake Trauma Torpedoes. Man, Parkmap's bringing the coolest units today. The Scolder Guard are here. So cannons are eviscerating the Eagleclaw Bolt Throwers. We do get the first Soul Quench. Elfarion has unfortunately not got his glasses on today and completely fluffs his lines and misses. And the cannons are now really out-trading the Bolt Throwers. Triple gold is nice accuracy. Down to 2 models here, down to 1 model on this one, and still 3 models here. So it looks like they're actually trading blow to blow. The best way to do this normally is all of your cannons or all your bolt throwers target one of the enemy artillery, but it's worked out really well for the dwarves. I mean, this bolt thrower is down, the other two are suffering. The only problem is when the white lines get here, what's going to take them down? I suppose maybe the Scolder Guard are going to be the answer. This cannon has lost one of its artillery pieces. The others look all fine though. They do will need to switch their targets to Elfarion as well as the Line Chariots when possible though, because the bolt throwers are all done for. They're all done for, so they need to switch off them and hit some other targets instead. Soul Quench does come down though. This cannon is down to just the one. Looks like the cannons are starting to line up some shots at the Line Chariots, but the trees doth protect them. I'd honestly have one maybe even popping up at Elfarion just to annoy him. Bolt throwers, it looks like, yeah, they're completely gone. So the dwarfs certainly won at the initial stages of the battle. Line Chariots are running for their lives right now, and a load of arrows are going to rain down on the Iron Drakes. Now, they have 125 armor, but only 21 models, meaning they're actually quite squishy to pressure like this from the archers. I'm very worried, though, for the dwarfs when they come up against the white lines, but if the Longbeards with great weapons push through and initiate charges against the white lines with a Rune of Doom, it will go very well. Cannon shots unfortunately missing for the most part, it would seem. They have switched targets, aiming up at Elfarion and the Grim as well, trying to dish out the damage. And it looks like the Longbeards are going to be moving in, looking to swarm and wrap around the front line of white lines, who are doing a fantastic job up against the basic dwarf warriors. Dragonback Slayers have hopped on top of the Line Chariots though, going to do some good work of them, and Thoric has popped himself in. Going to see a Rune of Slowness coming down on these chariots, and it looks like that they're going to get dragged down quite comfortably. Trollhammer Torpedoes doing good work though they are losing models rather rapidly. A lovely use of the helm is going to make these guys unbreakable, though, and be able to pull back and escape for a later date. Elfarin does dive down here onto the enemy battle line. Longbeards have swooped around. I think they should collapse on the white lines, and that's just what they're doing here. These great weapons really will be able to dish out the pain and hurt to the white lines. If they kind of janky charge there, but they should be able to overwhelm them, you would think. Archers are doing the Lord's work. They're, well, I don't know who the elves kind of wish to. We do Kane. I know they don't support Kane, but they're doing the Kane's work here. Rain down fire, wiping out the cannons, the dwarf warriors. And the dwarfs are in kind of a mass disarray at the moment. Miners barely holding on. Thoric Ironbrow is supporting the Dragonback Slayers, but they're in engagements they do not want to be facing. And the cannons did glorious work early on, taking down the initial enemy, but they're now suffering the consequences, and this is kind of a problem for the dwarfs in general. I think going aggressive against high elves is the only answer. Triple cannons can work well. I've seen double cannons do wonders, but archers are such a kind of good counter to dwarfs. Though they are being forced back by one unit of longbeards at the moment and driven away, trying to buy time for the longbeards to grind out the white lines in the front fight. Cannon crew has rallied, likewise have the Iron Drakes, but unfortunately poor Thoric is getting beat upon now by Elfarin the Grim. He's surrounded. There are Dragonback Slayers nearby for support, trying to help him out, but the Pure Main Company have arrived, popping that Guardian and inspiring Elfarin the Grim to greater feats of heroism. And it looks like Grombrindal has come in form today. That's what the whole delay at the start of the stream was about. He was secretly getting in some extra practice. Longbeards have forced off double archers, which is pretty good news, but unfortunately the majority of the dwarves are currently running for their lives. Fury is being brought down upon the dwarves here by Elfarian. Pure Main Company fighting toe-to-toe alongside their Liege Lord as Thoric tries his best. We do get some Trollhammer torpedoes come in, and that could turn the tide up against Elfarian. Thoric is just about clinging on to life, though, and it looks like Grombrindal knows this and is going to be pulling out his Lord, plus popping Apotheosis on him to try and keep him in the game. Lion Chads are being used to mop up a lot of the rallying dwarf troops, and we do see the Longbeards dish out the damage and drag down the White Lions, but it's looking a little bit too little too late, with Thoric Ironbrow going down and Grombrindal with a dominant best of 7 there, coming out with the 4-0 victory. An absolute champ. What's up, SJ71? What's up, Zach, as well? Yeah, Grombrindal just bought Elfarian, man. He went there and did it. 1,800 damage value. The White Lions 665, 1,100, 1,100, 418, and 710 damage value. Performing really well. But it really was the archers who came in, taking out those cannons, taking out the Scolder Guard as well as the Iron Drakes, doing the good work. And likewise, the Lion Chariots are so nasty. They're so good in this matchup. 1.2k damage value on them. The bolt throwers got absolutely dumpstered by the cannons, who got 1.2, 300, and 594 damage value, but unfortunately couldn't quite shut down the chariots in time, and once they were upon them, it was game over. Longbeards with great weapons said okay. Dragonback Slayers with over 1,000 damage value, but unfortunately the dwarfs did eventually get overrun. 1,000 on Thoric isn't bad, considering he was on foot there. Thanks for the stream and games, no worries. I have to run for dinner. No worries. GG, well played. I love your army, says Chad Thoric. It was a very cool build for sure. So, let us update the scoreboard. And go for. And Grombrindal with the dominant 4-0 victory there. Played really good, champ. Well done to you. Massive shout out to Parkmap as well. He had quite a few poor matchups. I mean, he had VP into Empire, which is really bad for VP. He had Dwarfs into High Elves, which is really bad for Dwarfs. Greenskins, though, into Dwarfs was pretty good for him, Greenskins. And I can't remember what the other game was, but well played. Well played. GG, well played indeed. You should have chosen the Slaughterhorn. Fancy one quick game on stream. So, that was quite swift. So, before I go do my dinner, I can do one more game, I reckon, guys. Let's get this in. And I can pop in and face against Grombrindal if you guys would like. So now we've had quite a few people just join in. The whole video should be uploaded, Nick. And there's an awesome dude right now. I completely forgot his name. I believe it's like Duckos. I may have completely butchered that. Who's actually timestamping my videos. So you should be able to see it. Versus Duck. Versus Duck. Oh, exactly. If Parkmap 4 with Honor, that's what we ask him. He brought some really fun builds for sure. So let me hop out and hop in. And we'll do a quick game. I haven't done a point of view stream in ages. I was doing a lot of tournament point of view streams, so they're like a very different vibe. But I may do another point of view stream tomorrow or something. Oh no, I can't find the lobby now. It's called like Quack Grombrindal or something. Let's pop out and pop back in. See if that helps. It's not here. Yeah. Can you invite... please. Oh, I have a load of messages. Oh, that was just from Grombrindal earlier saying his game was broken and stuff. Cool, and we're going. What faction would you like to see, lads? Fight, fight, fight! War! They are, CJ. Just because you lose, like, you're on bad form and someone's on good form, that doesn't mean anything, man. Like, if you've seen the last Clan War, you would know. You would know exactly the power of Parkmap. And here we go. Honor is no good in Warhammer, has to be a shameful display. Oh, full meta. Quack. Skaven. Oh, we could do some funny Skaven builds. We're only going to play the one game, because then I've got to go make dinner, but... Well played today. I have time for a cheeky game, though. Oh, no. And let's do it. Let's go Skaven. Skaven for me. I don't normally play Skaven, so it should be some good fun. Yes, yes, the rats! We have summoned the tide. If you guys have enjoyed the stream, by the way, I know we got off to a rocky start. We were taking so long to get going. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to leave a big old fat thumbs up. You can subscribe as well if you would like to see more stuff in the future. It just basically helps YouTube push stuff to you guys a little bit more. And, yeah, helps out the channel quite a bit. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's been a good fun stream. Nice little small one today. For Kara's Anchor. Oh, I got a build for you guys. I have a build for you guys. This is going to go so badly wrong for me. It could go really badly wrong for me. But let's pop up the no peeking. But it would be funny. So let's get to building. Actually, can you guys see my screen still if I'm doing this? No, you can't. Cool. Love it. So we are going to go Skaven today. We're going to go for a very Ratcatcher inspired build. That is going to be the main play. Let's get a couple of you. Quite like... Scheming. I'm scheming and plotting right now. Cool. That's the main plan. Now, we could get absolutely stomped here. I mean, we could against Grombrindal anyway, you never know. But our build is high risk, very little chance of reward. Which is what I love. I love it. Cool. I think we should basically be ready. Two gold left. Yes, that's good enough. That's good enough. We may stream tomorrow, CJ. It depends. I might be making some bigger videos tomorrow because I've made videos in advance, so I have the day to do that. My opponent was laid back. I like such battles in which it is about a good meme. Indeed! Good luck, have fun, champ. Let's get ready to rumble. Rewards are for the week. Motorized and armored Itic Claw, please. I am tempted. I love Itic Claw. He thematically is one of my favourite. Him and Deathmaster Snekich. But we got a meme for you guys today. We have a meme for you guys today. You're about to see some top quality memeage. Top quality stuff. Oh, I should have played Taurox. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, thank you, Zach. I couldn't... Yeah, I need to read it. Basically, that day I was doing that stream, I completely forgot. I had to go to hospital the next morning. I had like an appointment at like 6 or 7... No, 7 in the morning or something. And I realised the stream went to like really late. So I instantly just went to bed. I couldn't even eat dinner. It was a shame. But I will check it out. Thank you. I completely forgot. I'm very excited to see it in action. So, feast your eyes, my friends. Feast them upon the glory of the greatest build to ever have been birthed into the world. We have the Warlord. We have the Packmaster. And we have infinite Rattos. Infinite Rattos. All the Wolf Rats. And there is a reason we're bumping them all together like this. We have a load of rat ogres as well, by the way. Beep, 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 beep. And then we have Ancient Sorcerer. And what we're going to do is we're going to overcast Skittle Leap on them, give them all an extra 25% speed bonus, all stalk and all unspottable, and we are going to bomb rush him. We're going to bomb rush him like there's no tomorrow. It's going to be absolute carnage. So let's group these guys in pairs so we can send them off in different directions to work in like little hunting packs. Now, if he has like 2 gyrocopters, we've lost. With brimstone guns. There's like no way we can win because he'll just assassinate our characters that way. But if he doesn't have a load of gyrocopters, we have a chance. I know what's about to go down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're doing it. It's about to go down. Ready. He doesn't... Oh god, he's got quite an elite build. That could cause us a lot of problems. This is really going after like cannons and that kind of stuff. Oh no. Let's just go for it. Oh no, it's like a box build. No, what are you doing, Grombrindal? You bring boxes. You bring boxes to my stream. We're gonna have to ramrod. Why are you being shot? You should be invisible. I guess that was just the first volley. Let's work away. And so there is a couple of gyrocopters. They are not the brimstone guns though, which is good news for us. Okay, let's try and feast our way in here. Get up on the sides. Both you guys can wrap around. Let's try and force our way through the enemy formation. And then get these guys to beat down them. Let's really force our way in here. Yes, Rattos, yes! Give me all the Rattos! And then you guys can really just start ramrodding your way in. Awesome stuff. So, we're definitely going to kill the artillery pieces, and that was kind of the mission, I'm going to claim at least. Let's pop that on you. We can maybe try and assassinate Thoric here. The problem is obviously going to be those pesky little slayers. Not too much we can do about that. No, wolf rats! Stand, you cowardly rats! Stand and fight, I tell you. Let's pop that down to you. Oh no, this has gone badly. It's gone badly. The box has slaughtered us. We've also not pushed out very well in fairness with our boys. No! No! Okay, let's try and get our boy back, but I don't think there's any chance. The Slayers were also a large problem here. Need you to scrap. Let's chuck you there, get you going. Let's try and get you down the line so you can be real nasty. Let's force you wide. And luckily his range isn't going to get much value. Let's just hop on top of the Dragonback Slayers. Oh no, he's just moved his troops, damn it. I just lined up a shot. I just lined up a shot against you. So let's pop you back in. If you would like to fill in my orders. Let's get this just going down the line. Hey, we're back. We're back. Let's do that to pop our leadership and try and return to the fight. Okay, let's kite backwards for now. Try and recover our senses. See if we can spread his force open a little bit, which I think we're going to be able to do. No! You fool, you Packmaster. You should stand and fight. You coward. I don't know what I'm expecting. He is escaping, after all. Pop that in there. I need this guy to heal up my lord a little bit. Let's pound down on you. Cool. We're assassinating a lot of the outline troops. Let's get you guys tag teaming. And we've kind of opened up the box at least. Like, it's going terribly, but we've opened up the box so we can at least pick off units now.
Leader boss of pack. Pets will obey. Good. Now get.
Cool. Let's overwhelm this unit. Continue just to kite away. This way. Cool. We have a load more forces returning. So I really just want to jump this unit over here. I don't think we're going to be able to crack the move-in carnage, which is lays before us. Where are you? Where are you? No, you're down here. Okay. We can still warp star our way to victory, maybe. Where are the Slayers? There they are. Okay, let's try and break these guys. Let's just get everyone dogpiling now. We'll go after Thoric a little bit with our characters. Do a nice fat surround. Try to kill Thoric. I don't think it's going to go super well for us. I think the box is going to be... Well, the initial box kind of screwed us way bad. Let's fire some shots in there. Yes, yes! Kill, kill! Kill, kill! Lovely little casting rune by my opponent. We might be able to drag down Thoric, but even so, it's not looking great, is it? Oh no. It's not you. It's you. Let's fall back for now. Ooh, that miscast is going to be nasty. Let's fall back and be up this. The Packmaster going down is not good news. There's still so many Dragonback Slayers, man. There are so many. Let's pull back with you. Okay, it's looking bad. It's looking very bad. We will go in for another attempt. Try to drag him down. We need the death here of the Dragonback Slayers. At least we've dragged the dwarfs around, which is always fun. Let's try and get him. Does he regenerate on his own? He does. Okay, that's good news. We do have Rat Ogres coming back. So let's jump on them. I think like all our troops are basically just going to break. Is the problem here. Like as soon as they touch anything, they're like super fragile. Let's do a last glorious charge.
So be it.
Just charge into our doom. And let's go for it. really go for the assassination attempt here. Kill him! Drag him down! Kill the little stunty! Oh, he's very tanky. We're working on it. Alright, kill him. No! No, all I want is Furik's head on a platter! Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask for a warlord? No! Furik! He lives! Curses! I shall have my revenge, Grombrindal. This is going in the book. This is going in the book of the dwarfs. Ogres allowed in these tournaments? Surprised I haven't seen any otherwise. They're not allowed in banner rules. I do tournaments where ogres are allowed though. Because, to be honest, they're not that good for their cost. Grombrindal brought the rat trap. Oh, for sure. Wolfratzer to jump the back line. Yes. It was a little bit of a silly build, but it can actually work sometimes. Not against this. It can work if your opponent's gone kind of traditional, like ridiculous number of cannons, ridiculous number of guns to try to outshoot you. The rat ogres did it pretty poorly. They weren't helped, of course, that they were led by me. I did lead them to their doom, but that is my Skaven style of approach, I would like to say. The Warlord did okay, 1.3k damage value, and it was a good fight. Unfortunately, it wasn't an onion build, it was the box, and like, even when we got in, it's just like, okay, then we're in the trap, and he just collapses, which is a big problem. I mean, oh my god, Jambak Slayers, 2.5k damage value. Ooh. The Ajaras did good, not as much damage as I thought they would. The cannons and the Goblobber, though, my god, did absolutely nothing, which I love. I absolutely love. Foric Ironbrow, though, is a absolute beast there for holding out. Chad Dwarf versus 2 fat cute rats. GG, well played. That was a fun one. Thanks for playing today, dude. I will see you soon. Man, Grombrindal's like a big friend of the channel, really lovely guy. I'm happy to have him pop in here. He actually took more losses than you. I guess our build was relatively small. Oh yeah, like realistically we should, yeah, obviously go for the shots. Obviously we should go for the shots normally, but I'm going to take the meme award. GG, not sure what I dislike the most, hairy men or incontinent rats. Thanks. Awesome. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It's a bit of a smaller one today, but it was certainly a bucket ton of fun. Yeah. So if you guys did enjoy again, leave a like, leave a subscribe and all that good stuff. But until next time, peace. And as always, stay